Yo, what's going on, everybody? 2K Gaming, and I'm back here with a brand new NBA 2K16 rebuilding video. And in today's video, I'm going to be rebuilding the 2012-2013 Boston Celtics. So this team, the ages and overalls are pretty wrong, but it should do. This was the last season for the Big Three in Boston. So this team has Rajon Rondo, Avery Bradley, and I did keep a couple of the current Boston Celtics players. Jared Salinger, Kelly Olynyk, Jeff Green was on this team, as well as Brandon Bass, Kevin Garnett, and Paul Pierce, and obviously the Jet Jason Terry. So these players are very old. Let's take a look at the ages. See, I think Kevin Garnett's our oldest player. Yes, so he's 39, Pierce is 38, and Jason Terry is also 38. So a very old team. And then Rondo is basically our best player on this team. So we're gonna get straight into the trading part. I want to trade maybe Jeff Green right away because he's on a pretty good contract. A pretty bad contract, 1 year, $10 million. It is an expiring deal, but I don't want to bring him back. So hopefully we can just get for him. We can get a Miami first round pick. 2018 Milwaukee, that's not that bad. Luol Deng, okay, I don't want to give up our first round Brooklyn pick. Rudy Gay, I might actually do this deal because he is really good in 2K, scores a lot. Daddy Son, that's an interesting deal. I think I'm gonna go back and take this deal for Rudy Gay. Jeff Green, Brandon Bass going to the Sacramento Kings for Rudy Gay and James Anderson. We kind of like Rudy Gay is on a pretty good contract, a pretty bad contract, pretty hefty contract. So I think I'm gonna keep him anyway. So next thing I want to do, I just want to make a couple of trades. We can't trade Kevin Garnett. I want to keep him just for his last season because a couple of these players probably will retire at the end of the season. Actually, I think that's the only trade I really want to make. Actually, I want to trade Jonas Jerebko because he is on a pretty good contract, but for 1 year, $5 million for like a player that's not even a play on this team. Probably want to get him out. We can just take a huge salary dump right here, and I'm probably gonna accept this. We save like $4 million in cap space. So next thing I want to go out and do, and this team has tons of picks, so that's pretty good. We want to go out and get the Washington Wizards first round pick, see what they want for it. Jason Terry in 2018. I don't want to give it the actually. I'll do this Jason Terry deal. Not a bad deal right there. So this is what the roster is going to be looking like. I don't feel like we're going to do pretty good for season number 1. Hopefully we can just make the playoffs. It's going to go Rajon Rondo, Avery Bradley, Rudy Gay, Kevin Garnett, and then Jared Salinger is going to be our starting center. Paul Pierce is coming off the bench as well. A pretty deep bench, I can say. Not the best bench, but it can do for season number 1. It's going to go Rudy Gay, number 1, Rondo, and then Avery Bradley at our third scoring option. So I'll see you guys at the end of season number 3, where hopefully we can do pretty well. So coming to the end of the season, Kevin Durant wins MVP. Karl-Anthony Towns wins Rookie of the Year. Joakim Noah 6-man. Rudy Gobert Defensive Player of the Year. Reggie Jackson wins Most Improved. And Tyronn Lue wins Coach of the Year. So going to the standings right here, we did not make the playoffs as we had a record of 24-58. Actually the worst in the Eastern Conference, which I didn't expect this to be the worst, but definitely not that good of a team. So Rudy Gay leads in points. Rondo with 14 and 8 assists. Avery Bradley with 14. Let's look at his steals. 2 per game. That's really good. Paul Pierce 10.5. Kevin Garnett 7 and 6. Terry Rozier had a pretty good rookie season, and then that is about it. So we're gonna summarize the playoffs right here, see who wins. It's probably gonna be OKC and Cleveland in the finals, and it looks like OKC is going to the Western Conference, and the finals are going to be OKC and the Cleveland Cavaliers, and OKC wins in Game 6, and Kevin Durant wins Finals MVP. So hopefully we have a pretty good pick because we were the worst team. Then Brooklyn, we have that pick, and we also have Washington. So we have the 3rd overall pick, the 4th overall pick, and the 5th and the 8th overall pick. So hopefully we can do pretty well, and I'm probably going to be trading a couple of those picks, and I'll see you guys once we have made our selections. Okay, guys, so here are rookie signings. I went into the draft 2 times, but both times I lost connection to it, so I could not make any trades. But this is who the CPU drafted for me. We got Brandon Ingram, as well as Jaylen Brown and Dragon Bender and Jacob Paletti. So really not that bad a draft. I would have probably taken Ben Simmons before Brandon Ingram, and he was on the board. So we're gonna go team player option right here. Kelly Olynyk, Hollis Thompson, James Young. I guess I'll bring back, except I'm not gonna bring back James Young. LeBron does decline his player option, so we're gonna go to qualifying deals. Jared Salinger, 1 year, $3 million. Don't mind bringing that back. And then here we go. So Rondo, I was gonna make a trade for Kemba Walker for the 5th pick, but now because I didn't want to bring back Rondo, and I'm still not gonna bring him back. So Jared Salinger, I guess I'll bring back a nice. Okay, so he's asking for an okay amount, but still pretty high for a player that's not going to be doing too much of the offensive side. Actually, I'm not going to sign Jared Salinger. There's probably someone better, and we can sign LeBron James. So we're going to put all of our money into LeBron James, hoping that he does come to the team. And we're going to look right here. We're his first team that he wants to come to. So there we go. So we definitely have to go after a point guard. And I think I'll go after Jordan Clarkson, who's a point guard / shooting guard. And then if he doesn't come, I guess I'll go after like a Jeremy Lin. Or if we can't get Clarkson, then I'll have to trade for someone. But there's multiple options here that we can go. I think I want a good center / power forward on this team, and I think that person's like Dirk Nowitzki, who's asking for an okay amount for a player that will do a lot. And we can get LeBron James, and we can sign all 3 of those players. That's how much cap space we have. But LeBron James is coming to Boston to team up with a pretty good team now that LeBron is on the team. So basically what we have to do next season is you have to make a huge trade to get like a star point guard to pair up to next to LeBron. So hopefully we can get something good. We should have brought back Rondo because he's a pass first point guard, but he was probably asking for a lot. But it would have been nice to have him a pass first point guard next to LeBron. So LeBron's now comes our first player, Rudy Gay, Brennan Ingram, Jeremy Lin. Let's take a look at what the starting rotation would look like. So we'll go Jeremy Lin, Avery Bradley, LeBron, Dragon Bender, and Jared Sullinger, and then a really good bench. So I think I'm gonna trade. Okay, so I think I don't know which way we can take this team. I think I'm going to go out and try to find a trade for, like, Rudy Gay, who is on an expiring deal, and I don't feel like bringing him back on that huge contract he's probably going to be asking for. So, we're going to see what we get for Rudy Gay on a 1-year, $13 million deal, close to $14 million. So, hopefully we can get something good for my boy Rudy Gay and maybe get a point guard in return or some, like, young talent that in last year's draft. So, let's see what we can get for Rudy Gay. Like I said, he is a promising scorer. We can get a Derrick Rose. Okay, so he's on an expiring deal too. But that's just the point guard that we kind of need to pair up. Darren Collison's not a bad deal either. Kevin Martin, no. I think I'm going to take this Derrick Rose deal as much as his contract is like really gonna hurt us, but I think I'm gonna take this deal, and that's not a bad deal at all. And I think that's the only trade because I don't want to go too much over the salary cap. So it's gonna go Derrick Rose, Avery Bradley, LeBron, Dragon Bender, Jared Sullinger, and then Brennan Ingram, Kelly Olynyk, Jaylen Brown, Paletti, and Mickey are all gonna be coming off the bench. So now it's gonna go LeBron, Derrick Rose, and then Brandon Ingram. So I'll see you guys at the end of season number 3. Coming to the end of the season, Russell Westbrook wins MVP, almost averaging a triple-double. Just crazy numbers out of Russell Westbrook. Ben Simmons wins Rookie of the Year on the Portland Trailblazers. Joakim Noah wins 6th man. Draymond Green wins Defensive Player of the Year. Iman Shumpert wins Most Improved. And Rick Carlisle wins Coach of the Year of the OKC Thunder. So that's pretty sick to see. And right here, we do make the playoffs as a 40 and 42 team. Really not that bad, but I thought it would be a little bit better. But LeBron James is out 1 to 2 weeks. He did average 22 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. Derrick Rose 17, and Brandon Ingram with 14. So it seems like LeBron is going to be out for like 1 or 2 series. So I don't know if we're going to get past the Chicago Bulls. It's going to be definitely challenging as we take an early 1-0 lead. They tied up 1-1. We go up 2-1. Tied up 2-2. We go up 3-2. Game 7 was something like this one with Sam Definitely a big game as we are playing away, and it looks like we're just going to get dominated in Game 7 and we lose by like 30 points. So definitely, I think if LeBron was there in Game 7, we might have beat that Chicago Bulls team. And right there, going on to the finals as they lose to the Minnesota Timberwolves, and Karl-Anthony Towns wins Finals MVP. So usually the Timberwolves win in like season number 3. That's kind of early for them to win it in season number 2. So we're gonna go to rookie signing right here. Since we took on Derrick Rose's huge contract, I don't know if we're gonna have that much salary cap. So rookie signings, I guess we'll bring on both those rookies. And team player options, Rozier is now at 73. He might be our starting point guard next year. Not too sure. Jordan Mickey 73. And then RJ Hunter. I guess I'll bring back all those players. And qualifying deals, Kelly Olynyk on a 1-year, $4 million deal. And then Derek's going to test. And I guess I'll bring back Kelly Olynyk. We do have a couple million in cap space. I think it's like 9. Okay, so we have 8 million after signing Kelly Olynyk. Can we bring in Darren Collison? No. What other point guards are here? Darren Williams, 78. I'd like to bring in Trey Burke. Not a bad contract at all. And he's still looking after deals, so it's somebody another day. Hopefully he does want to come. No. So he's signed back with the Utah Jazz. We definitely need a point guard. The next one. I guess I'll bring in Shabazz Napier. That's actually a pretty cheap contract just in case. Okay, so no one wants to come to the team for some. Okay, now Shabazz wants to come to the team. So, not a bad offseason. We definitely need a point guard, and we got one in Shabazz Napier, but definitely not the best one. Not a superstar to pair up next to LeBron. So, what this means now is that we have to make a huge splash in the next season and hopefully make a trade, because we basically brought in LeBron. There's like no one next to him except like Garnett Ingram. So, still a pretty young team, but I think I'm going to trade Jared Sullinger, and we still have Jaylen Brown. So let's see what we can get for Jared Sullinger on the open market. Hopefully someone good, maybe some young talent. He's still 25, still a very good rebounder and pretty good defensive player, and he's still on a pretty good contract, 2 years. So let's see what we can get out of my boy Jared Sullinger, a nice center to have around on your team. So we get Tyson Chandler giving up RJ, don't want to do that. Okay, Tristan Thompson, definitely an interesting deal there. Okay, Dennis Schroeder, we can get our point guard. Rudy Gobert. Okay, these are pretty good offers for him. Can we just... Okay, I think I'm going to go back to this deal and get Dennis Schroeder. So we're giving up Jared Sullinger, Shabazz Napier, going to the Atlanta Hawks for Dennis Schroeder and Johnny O'Brien. So definitely a pretty good deal right there. And I think that's really the only trade I want to make, because we really only need a point guard. And I think now that Brandon Ingram has progressed and Jaylen Brown and Dragon Bender's like a 78, I think this team will do a lot better. So it's going to go Dennis Schroeder, Avery Bradley, LeBron, Dragon Bender, and Kelly Olynyk. And then Brandon Ingram, Jaylen Brown, Jacob Paletti, and Jordan Mickey and Tyree Rozier all getting minutes off the bench. So it's going to go LeBron. I think Brandon Ingram deserves to get the second spot, and then Jaylen Brown the third. So I'll see you guys at the end of the season. Actually, let me switch that. I want Jaylen Brown to be more of a defensive player. So let me put, I guess, Avery Bradley at the third. So I'll see you guys at the end of season number 3. Coming to the end of the season, Kevin Durant wins MVP. Silo 47 wins Rookie of the Year. Jared Jack of the Brooklyn Nets wins 6th man. Draymond Green wins Defensive Player of the Year. Tyreek Evans wins Most Improved, and Rick Caruso wins Coach of the Year yet again for the OKC Thunder. So we did make the playoffs yet again as a 500 team with a 41-41 record. And it looks like the Philadelphia 76ers led the pack in the Eastern Conference with a 52-30 record. So LeBron James 1 point down from last year, averaged 21 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. Brent Ingram 16, Jaylen Brown 13, Avery Bradley with 11, and the rest of the team did pretty well as well. So in our first round matchup, we're going up against the 2-seeded Orlando Magic. So in this first game, let's take a look who they got. They got Chris Dunn, Oladipo. They did sign Dirk Nowitzki, and that's basically about it. So it's definitely going to be a kind of challenging against the Orlando Magic, and we get eliminated in Game 7. So definitely not what I thought with LeBron coming to the Celtics, that we wouldn't have gone past the second round. In the Oklahoma City Thunder have won in Game 6 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Russell Westbrook wins Finals MVP. So if you guys do want to see more rebuilding videos like this, make sure to hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.